Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. You can say anything if you don't like boys and girls.
I mean, people want to be addressed like adults.
Okay, welcome back to.
Yes, welcome back
To Be Candid, episode
I can't believe I
2.
forgot it.
That's because it has been a long time, Sha. It's not your fault anyway.
Yes, no.
When was the last time you recorded?
That was last month.
In when? Okay, was it before Valentine? Okay, after
Valentine,
and
yeah.
before the election.
That's a lot. That's like a month and like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Guys, first we'll start with an apology.
Yes.
Whizdom.
Oh, sorry. Technical issue. You can always blame it on technical issue.
Okay, we are sorry, and my name is Tolu actually.
Yes, my name is Whizdom, and today we have a very interesting topic to talk about. See, you are repeated.
That is
It's
it.
a
Wait,
lot.
the topic is a lot, Sha. When Whizdom sent me this topic, I was like, myth versus reality, adulthood. Yes, that's the topic. So, Whizdom, what do we say, or what are we going to say about adulthood today?
Okay, I think there's a general conception of what adulthood should be, and for the most part, some of it is wrong. So it's more like a myth. It's more like an idea of what should be, or isn't actually what is. For instance, now, when you check a lot of people during their transition from teenage life into adulthood, they talk about how they want to be free, be able to do things that they want to do, live on their own, blah blah. But they don't realize that it's really a myth. Because at the end of the day, we are all
because one thing about we humans, we are built to have a dream,
yeah, sure,
like a vision.
Sure.
So
that's why
we
myths.
say
That's why myths and legends exist. That's why myths. It's a myth because it's a false reality.
okay,
People think that okay, one of the reality or one of the myths of adulthood is your adult life. When it starts when you left your parents' house, that creates an idea that you cannot be responsible in your parents' house.
and which is wrong actually.
Which is wrong. It is wrong because if you check historically, if you check I'll use Igbo culture. I'm talking about Igbo culture. When a man gives birth to a son, a new son, one of the first things to do for that child is to build like a house within his company. So essentially, in a modern era, the son of the child is still under his roof in a way, but that child is still going to be able to take responsibility for himself at the point where the child now starts living in that house as a man, like being a team and all. So adulthood is not the quest of adulthood is not to be free.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not to be free. It's not to be independent. I know that sounds like this guy
But we're
saying-
always looking forward to that freedom, that independence. You know, when the moment you leave your parents' house, you have the choice to do whatever you want to do. You can wake up
Okay.
in the night and maybe choose to eat that food.
Okay.
That they won't allow you to eat after midnight. You can choose to sleep in late. You can choose to not do your house chores.
Okay, I saw where you're coming from. But this is the thing. For me, I think life is all about priorities and choices. So I wouldn't say it's not because those people were not able to do those things in their parents' house, but it's because they weigh it and you see that the consequence of those choices, those actions, outweigh the benefits.
Okay.
So you just choose to stay put. So when you're not staying in your own space, you still have your choice and consequences to choose from.
Yeah,
so
you
if
do.
you can bear the
Because
consequences,
the truth
you
is
go
that
ahead
life is
with
all
it.
about discipline. If you want to be something in life, if you want to take your life serious, you have to be disciplined to get what you want.
That's very true.
So that's true.
That's very true.
So when we talk about myth and reality for adulthood, for me, I would be saying, like for we ladies, we dream of that day where, okay, I can just spend my money the way I want.
I would want to ask how you spend your money.
You get that kind of thing. Okay, you say, okay, adulthood, I can get what I want. I'm looking forward to that day when I can get what I want. But meanwhile, you just know that, that financial, but that financial independence, you have to work towards it. That is the truth.
It's a
So
lot,
that
it's a
is the truth. And then some people, when it comes to will I say friendship, they'll be like, okay, I'm looking forward to that time when I'll have more time to spend with my friends. But you now get to see that when everyone is an adult, everyone is busy.
Nobody actually even has that
Time.
Like no, that's the thing that's crazy. Because you think that, okay, as an adult, like, oh, I have more time to do what I want to do. But then you find out that there are even more constraints. There are even more constraints because now, for instance, okay, you're living on your own, right? A lot of people, for a vast majority of us, you're always going to think about bills to pay and all of this.
Yes.
So it limits your spending capacity
Yes.
to a while, you know. So even every single time you think of wanting to go out with friends and all, once you remember that anything outside now bills, you rather just sit at home. So it's almost as if you're now being in that space where your parents are. I think the only difference is the emotional component, because most of the people under their parents are like, they are inside the house because your father said you should sit inside the house, or your mother said you should sit inside the house. But when you're not alone, you now realize that there's nothing outside I'm going to do for.
I'm telling you, because it's all bills.
Let me give you a very practical. Let me give you an example. For instance, now, I honestly cannot remember the last time I sat down to watch television.
Wow. That's happened to me also. I noticed that ever since I got a job, I will use up to like 3 days to watch a movie, and I'm like, God, is this adulthood?
Do you understand? And it's something that I'm growing up, or
you can binge watch that season.
If someone tells you not to watch TVs, look at it. But now, it's a struggle to find it. See, I don't know if it's just me.
Yeah.
If it's not just me, if you can relate to it, please drop it in the comment section. I want to know. I believe I'm not the only person. But television is now an interior design aesthetic in houses.
Then you now understand why our Nigerian parents usually just come back home and watch news. That's it.
Because right now, with everything that's going on in this country, honestly, when is someone going to watch?
It's time for movies at all.
When is someone going to watch?
Because I remember most times I'll try to recommend movies to my dad, and it's like he's not watching it. He's not even interested. I'm like, oh, now I understand.
But that's not to say there are not people that are really into movies and have that time on this. People have different passion and all.
Yeah.
But you'd find out that thing that you imagine what adult life is, as you continue to grow in it, you get to understand that it's not really
it's like that.
One of my friends were having this conversation, and like, it's like our parents didn't have dreams, or people didn't have dreams, but there's a reality of life that hits you.
Yes.
And clears away all those butterflies you're feeling, all those ideas in your head of how your life would have been or something, and then you now have to conform to reality.
Yeah. A lot of people will just be like, well, life is not that hard. They'll just like, their environment may also like make them just, okay, if everybody believe that this is it. And which is actually, that's why you see people will tell you that it takes a lot to fight for your dreams.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to fight for that kind of life you want.
Comfort zone is really very, it's something else.
So there's something I want to talk about under adulthood and the myth versus reality.
Okay.
So people used to say that when they are adults, they are lonely and depressed. How true is that? Do you think adulthood is lonely? Because I saw a joke, is it last week, that said that you have to book appointments with your friends. That adult friendship means booking appointments.
Yeah,
so how true is that?
Actually, true.
So do you think adulthood is lonely? What is the reality of that part?
Okay, friendship in adulthood, I think I'd say, I don't want to say it's lonely, but me, I'm comfortable in my own space.
Okay.
In my own space, but I think for most people, why people keep saying it's lonely is because you get to realize, especially when you've left like communal societies. When I mean communal societies, like school, or I think NS is like the last communal society where you can come. So any other person you bring as a friend is a constant, conscious effort. You get.
Yeah, you have to walk towards that friendship. You have to shoot your shot. Oh my god,
yeah.
That's what I don't like.
It's almost like having a friend that is almost like asking somebody out. You have to consciously.
Oh my god.
You know,
it's
so
stressful.
It's stressful. You understand? So people are not realizing that friendship is not let's play, let's do that. That's not what
I'm telling you.
That's something my mom told me when I was going to school, and it stuck with me. She said, be friends with everybody and be friends with nobody.
Okay.
I really understood the difference between friends when I was in school. So most times, when I don't refer to my classmate or classmate, I refer to them as my classmate.
Yeah.
We are acquaintance based on a mutual our mutual
Connection.
our
Something
mutual
is really
connection.
nice
There was
together.
that together for that point was school. I was studying our course.
Yeah.
But that was only for a different period of time. But they guaranteed there are certain people that out of that circle will be able to converse even up to today. You know, I think for going back to what you asked, lonely. I think it's because to be very honest, in our generation, right, we give up too easily on friendships, on people, and everything. And
we try to forget that people are going through a hard time.
No, see, people are going through a lot.
Because this takes me back to another as a meme I saw where someone was like what did he say? How did he couch it? But I'll just try to frame it in my own way. He said that you remember those people that were not around during your hard time. So someone has said, shut up, stop you tripping everybody.
See, but this is the thing. When I say we give up too easily, this one
like adulthood makes you understand that you are no more longer the center of attention.
Yes, no.
Everybody have their life.
Yeah. That's no. Everybody
You
has
can't
their
live
life.
in another person's life.
Yes, but the thing is, I think it feels lonely because of this idea that a lot of people are different.
Yeah.
But I'm sure everybody has those kind of friends that you probably not spoken to them in a year, but the instant there's a conversation, it comes rushing like this. Like you just spoke yesterday.
Yeah.
Those friends are important.
True.
Because they give you depth, they give meaning to the conversations you have. They bring out your mind, and then you have regular people. You just say hi, hello, and people now think that that's not the level of friendship. So that's why people trust the wrong people.
Yeah.
You know, the person you should trust, the person that can probably bring out something like even if you don't talk in a while.
Wow.
So people tend to feel lonely because a particular emotional component is not being felt.
True. So we're going to talk about adulthood and marriage, the reality and myth. I know none of us are married, but it doesn't mean that we can't talk about that. So there's something I witnessed in the course of the week that made me rant a little bit. So this lady came in to harass her husband's side chick. She caught them. But one thing that made me go angry was that she was harassing the side chick. Your husband is a full-grown adult. So the person you're supposed to be facing is your husband. So I'm like, maybe growing up or something, because people will tell you that
the Nile is a river in Egypt.
no, people will tell you that there are certain foundation, there are certain steps that you're supposed to get. You understand? In a relationship, I was like, is it that this couple did they miss that step or what? Because so many kids or as teenagers, you have this idea of a home. You get that kind of thing, like, oh, this is not supposed to be happening. Like, there's not supposed to be side chick and stuff like that. But the reality is that most
the reality
in this Nigeria, I'm telling you, and that most men cheat or like do me, I do you. So what do you have to say about that part in adulthood?
I was having a conversation with somebody early this morning.
Okay.
And she was saying that a lot of people feel like fine girls and beautiful girls are probably in a relationship or not.
Yeah.
And for the vast majority, like, it's a lie.
It is, yeah.
After when you confirm it's a lie, please, if you're a fine girl and it's a lie too, please also indicate in the comment section. I'll be looking out for you.
No, but the truth is that people are afraid to say that they are single. You get that kind of thing. That's another thing with adults.
And I think those things come into that denial because in a place where the person that you should be holding accountable, she's not holding the person accountable. That's her husband. Yeah. She's not holding him accountable. She's going out to fight another person. Yeah. I don't make it a gender thing. I'm not going to make it a gender thing. It's all about holding the right person accountable. What the man did was wrong. I see if I'm in a relationship with somebody, right? I go to church. I'm in covenant with that person. Yeah. Right? So your actions is what I would attach accountability to. It's not another person. Okay. Because I don't know what the person must have said to the other person to lead the person to believe that she is single. Or because I think it's absurd when somebody cheats and you go after the person they're cheating with.
Thank you. Like,
except if maybe it's like that situation where people cheat with their persons, their partner's best friend.
No, I feel like
that's
your partner
just
owes you an
irresponsible.
explanation. That's the person you should make because
Explanation.
Yes.
The person should buy you. It's like, I didn't
No. The truth is that you took your vows with your partner, so that partner should be accountable, not the third person. You get that kind of thing.
At that point, you tell the person bye bye.
Okay. Okay, what about
that's
the one?
Personally, I'm saying everybody.
I know.
But
what about the one where people try to say that at this particular age I have to get married? You see, adulthood and reality and myths.
I think
because
that it doesn't happen. I heard the story of a guy. I'm not emphasizing a guy.
Okay.
Because when it's strange,
Okay.
a guy will go married at 22 in this present.
You know, that's determination. It's determination, sure.
Oh, for you, it's determination.
Yeah, I feel it's determination because when you get to a certain age, when you get to that 26, when you get to that 26 or that particular age or that, let's just use 26 because most people say at the age of 26. When you get to that particular age, you believe that, some people will be like, I've not achieved this yet.
Girls or like guys or a general thing.
General. I'm using both genders. Most guys will say, okay, at the age of 26, I should have gotten married by now. They have
I think a lot of guys are looking towards getting married at 30.
But there are still guys that must have said
I know. I'm not just.
You understand? And then they realize that they've not achieved what will make them have like a good marriage.
Yeah, wait. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 30. And for the vast majority of guys, this is one.
Okay.
It takes an awful amount of years for people to get through school. So when people graduate school now at 25, 26, and gone are those days where people get married before they even go to school. You know, the society now is different from how it was before.
Yeah. No, I think our generation, we are more taught to have plans. Like, you don't just get married. Like, our parents' generation, they'll rather do it together. You get that kind of thing. But our generation, we would want to build personally and meet someone on our level. That is one thing with our generation. So
I'm not opposed to that idea. I'm not opposed to that idea because me personally, I'm not too much intertwined with you. Let's go together.
Why? It now boils down to all these betrayals.
No. See, I don't like talking about relationship.
Yeah.
Let me talk about
Yes. Okay.
I think for me, right, as a guy, because I think before I would even want to reach out to somebody to okay, let's do this thing together, the ship has to be complete.
Okay, what
or
do you mean by
significantly to some level. Sometimes when I think about this, let's go together. So that's what I don't really talk about. When I think about this, let's go together stuff. Because from the vast majority of people that keep pushing this idea, most times for them it's not a let's go together.
But some people believe that when they are already made, that's even the hardest time to find someone because you see people pretend around you. You don't know who is who.
True. That's why your eyes will open first before you go and look for you to marry, and then you ask who you to marry. But I think at this point it's important that asking God to marry. Very important. I think one of the things is important in our one. On a light note, no go check persuade to say again. No listen to man.
It's true, our generation.
Very fascinating generation. You get
it has gone far.
Yes, but on a deep note, right? I think even for the grow together and what kept those people was there's this thing about having a constant that your life revolves around. When you have a constant, God, as your life revolves around, you trust that constant. So anything that comes from that constant is love from you. Yeah. So if two people are dating or they're in a relationship, whatever it is that they're doing, and there is no constant where what that constant says is absolute, it's really going to fall. That's why this let's go together thing doesn't really work, especially in our generation, because by and large, what people are doing now in this adult phase and all these things,
move from one person to another.
It's not dating.
I'm telling you.
It's It's classical
Fling.
prostitution.
Move from one person to another.
It's classical prostitution.
I'm
But
telling
don't just
you.
want to live there.
So another thing I want to talk about concerning adulthood and the myths versus reality, family dynamics. So when we are talking about family dynamics, we see that some adults, like, do you think that your parents should still, like, maybe
Have you seen your life?
yeah. What do you think? Especially maybe in important decisions, because some parents be like, why didn't you not tell me that? Or before you take that job, why didn't you not just seek
Okay,
the
I
advice?
think the thing about when you grow, as you grow with your parents, the first stage of growing your parents is every word that comes out of their mouth is law
Yeah.
when you grow. When you're like a teenager, every word that comes out of their mouth is an instruction.
Yeah.
As you grow in, every word that comes out of their mouth is a suggestion.
Sure. Yes.
Now get to a point where anything that comes out of your mouth is, let's reason it together. I'll probably not do it. I don't want to do it. I think that's the growing phase, because you're growing from that parent-child relationship into friendship now.
Yeah.
So it's more like, okay, I want to do this. I'm not asking your permission. I'm just letting you know what I want to do. I want to understand what your perception about it is. It's not at that point, I can't imagine my parents telling me that, Whizdom, I don't want to do this. Why did you do that? It's not going to happen.
So I noticed that when we grow up as adults, our siblings become our best friends. How true is that?
You.
No, most families, I feel so. Because that's when you see that, okay, most of your friends are not, you're not as close as before. Then your siblings now become like the closest person you have as adults. I'm just saying the reality on my own part. So,
Well, I sort of relate, but I don't want to generalize it, because I think I've met.
no, everybody
I've met-
has different family
I've met-
dynamics.
I've met people who think their life will be significantly better
Okay,
outside their
yes.
family. But I think one of the reasons why your siblings become very close to your siblings is there's a sense of that you share the same value, you share the same ideology, so it's easier to understand each other. You understand probably what you guys have been through, you guys have seen. So to a very large extent, you can relate to those people. That's why even people you grow with. There's this thing I used to find strange about mostly Yoruba culture. I used to find it strange, but now I'm learning to appreciate it. This thing where somebody is very close to you, and then the person is like a brother, so you don't call the person brother. It sticks. Somebody is so close to you, the person is like your sister. You address the person like your sister, and then it sticks. And when you see these people present themselves outside, sometimes you wouldn't even know that they are not actually sisters.
Yeah.
But it's because they share the same value, the same upbringing. They have sort of the same mentality. So it's easy to relate to those people. So wherever we find people like that, I think it's easy to just become friends with those people.
True. So then, what about adulthood and work environments?
Work environment.
Yes. So you begin to learn that your co-workers are not your friends, because you guys are aiming for a goal, either a promotion or something. What do you think about that?
You know, that's what happens when people have watched too many American movies. And then you watch the
So what do you think is the
Office too much, you
reality
think everybody there is your friend. I think it depends on the work environment. Like for instance, my work environment, right? It's more of a developing house, in the sense that everybody seeks to grow. Like from the head, MD or CEO, down to whoever you can pick and call the last person. I don't even know. But the way the office structure is the way that you can't pick and say somebody is the last person, because everybody grows. It's I don't know. Anyway, it's an engineering sector. I don't know if it's the same as every person. Nobody's trying to do something that they will promote you before you. It's not this thing. That's not the idea. I don't know, but for us, that's not the idea at all. I've not really had experience. Okay, during my IT, I think I had experience working in a place like that. I didn't mention it again. But
but the thing is that when it comes to workplace, you spend 70% of your time there.
Mm-hmm.
So you are bound to be attached to your work colleague. And most times in adulthood, when they take certain actions that are against you, you feel betrayed that, oh, I thought this person was my friend. You get that kind of thing. Or if the boss asks you did it and they throw you under the bus.
You see, that's why people have to understand that choice. Oh, I think we're going to talk about this in one of the episodes. Exploring friend dynamics.
Yeah.
Because why it's important is you have people that should be your fans, just hear you and praise you from afar.
Yeah.
You have people that should follow you probably up close, like 12 people.
Yeah.
Then you have people that should be your friends, like Jesus taking John.
Break bread with you, that kind of thing.
When you take this general idea that
Everybody's my
is
friend.
your friend,
The person that I just said hi to today, oh my gosh, she's my friend.
you're going to constantly be punching your heart. Because one, that word is going to lose value to you.
Yeah.
So you it gets to a point that you don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
It's my friend, it's my guys. You just trust everybody. You just trust everybody without boundaries.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be so. The place I did my yths, the lady said something very important. So you always say in the office, don't discuss your family problems with your this thing. Don't gossip about somebody. Because the person you discuss your family problems with, where they follow gossip about that person. The day 12 now go get beef, all your family problem that day, everybody for the office will know. Yes now.
Yeah, it's true.
They will roll it out for
like
you.
red carpet.
Oh, like I'm telling you, they will roll it out like this. Everybody gonna be watching and enjoying the show. I used to love this show. It's very crazy.
Office drama.
I'm like, wow. You're going through a lot.
But actually, that's why you have to just learn to tag. I would like you to give a name to certain relationship.
People you work with
Yeah.
are your co-workers.
Yes, that's
your
true.
friends. They're your co-workers. If you now want to be friends with them, damn it, you're ready to converse with them.
So
outside the
what
workspace.
do you say about people that finally get that best friend in that office? You get that kind of thing.
Well, happy them. Good luck.
I wish them good luck.
Good luck to them.
So,
I have enough best friends in my life right now.
So Whizdom, is there anything you want to add?
For me, I think if there's anything I'll use to sum this up is that one, adulthood or is not always going to be how the person needs to be. You have to be open to different things. You have to be open to unlearning certain things you learned, and it's really not difficult if you do it within the right precepts, right? And I think one great myth about adulthood that we need to cast aside is that it's a period of freedom.
Yes, with a little bit of constraint.
Why I say you need to cast aside is most times when you go into it with the idea it's a period of freedom and you want to do and you explore. Forget that the internet does not forget.
Yeah, true.
You want to explore whatever you need to do. That's fine, that's alright, that's your choice. It's wonderfully fine.
Yeah.
Right? Remember there are consequences for it.
Yes, there are actually consequences.
There are consequences for it.
So for me, adulthood, they are actually myths and they are reality. So I feel anyone in their teenage age right now should not be in a hurry to grow up. Take your time, enjoy that process. Enjoy that process because trust me, you will miss those days. You will. Life is a process, guys. So see you next time.
Yes, before you go, I don't know why at this point of watching this video, if you have not liked the video,
subscribe
to the channel,
share.
No more feed my picky. I beg, please. Yeah, God bless you.
Okay, see you next time on To Be Candid, powered by Bluezest.
Yes, Bluezest Studios.